Hello and welcome to another interesting section of our classes. Today we're going to continue looking at HTML and we're going to move a little bit further in looking at preparing a structure for our HTML so that it will look far much better than what it is. So to do this, I'm going to quickly share my screen so that you can be seeing what I'm doing. Okay, please, I believe that you've opened your VS Code. So today we're going to be looking at HTML structure. If you're designing a website in HTML, it's most likely that you're going to have different sections of the website. Are you looking at my screen? Are you seeing the header section? The header section is, if this is going to be a Tclassified.com website, this header section is going to be where you have my logo here, isn't it? Then you have here boldly written Tclassified.com. Is that clear? This nav section is the section where you have the various links to home, services, about us, and everything. Is that clear? That's where you have, that's the what nav section. Anytime you see nav bar or nav section, that is what that is used for. Then inside this section is where you have every other part of your website. Just like articles, your blog post, you understand? Your today's post, latest post, and everything will be inside this section. Is that clear? Then after this section, you now have the footer. Then under the footer is where you have your links to your WhatsApp and other things, your address, and designed by or developed by Tclassified.com or by Fornet or by Casimir or by Emos. You understand? Those are the things you have in footer, or even your address. Is that clear? So your page is supposed to have this kind of layout. This is what we call layout. This is what we call what? Layout. Is that clear? So all those codes that we'll be writing so far, when you copy them and paste inside any of these layouts, it will not come inside this layout. But you're supposed to have a general layout. You understand? With consistent color. So that even if you click on home page, it will have this layout. If you click on about us page, it will have this layout. You understand? So you need to have one layout and spread it across all your pages by linking up. And that's why when you open a Facebook page, you see that the layout is the same, but the major content is what differs. Is that clear? So you're going to be having this similar layout. The only difference will be in the content of this inside section. You understand? But the footer is always going to be the same. The header is always going to be the same. The nav bar is always going to be the same. Are we clear on this? So we're going to look at a code that can give us what we have here. Are we clear on that? And that is this very simple code. Class, can you see this simple code? Is it not simple? This is what we did yesterday, HTML, isn't it? Then after HTML, we have head, isn't it? Then below head, we have the link to our word CSS and the word title. The title is word layout, isn't it? Then inside body, we now, instead of having those codes, we are having this layout. And this layout is simply having the head. Can you see the head? And inside it, you have header, is it not? In that same way, if you open here, this is where we have the head. Inside it, we have header. Can you see that? Now we'll open up again. After the header, we have the word nav bar. Inside the nav, you have what? Nav, isn't it? You get back here. This is the nav bar. Inside it, we have nav. Is that clear? If I go here now and change, instead of header, I write here Tclassified.com. Then inside this nav bar, instead of having nav bar, I simply write home. Then I give space, put this sign, write about us, then give space, put this sign, write services, then put space, put this bar, and finally write what? Contact us. If I do Ctrl S to save, if I get back to my number, can you see Tclassified.com, home, about us, services, contact us? Can you see that? So that's how you just build out your website. Very simple. Under this section, I can simply come here. You can see under section here. What do I have? Section. So I can call this section, under section, I can call it what? Blog post. You understand? Then under this article 1, it could be a blog post concerning the what? Nigeria, what? Independence. That's what we had yesterday, isn't it? Then here, we can now say Nyama in Nigeria. You understand? Even though we are celebrating our independence, we have plenty nyama in the country. Is that clear? So we can have that there. Then under this footer, we can say developed by Tclassified. We can actually call it modernly. They don't write developed now. They write what? Powered by what? Tclassified and friends. If I do Ctrl S to save, if I get back, I'm now having blog post, Nigeria independence, nyama in Nigeria, powered by Tclassified and friends. Can you see that? So it's actually what you're building out there. You have to lay out your work. Once you lay out, it will be consistent. If you create another page now, you understand, it will have this heading. This is where you're not supposed to put your logo. I'll teach you how to do that. So this is what we call layout. This is what we call what? Layout. You understand? And it's by this simple code. But you know that with this code alone, you will not be seeing these colors. Who can tell me why you are seeing these colors? Because I've already linked it up to a CSS, isn't it? So if you open this CSS, this is the CSS we had yesterday that worked on the head 1, head 2. You understand? But I now introduce another CSS for the very what's it called? For the layout. You understand? So I'm going to call this layout CSS. You understand? So the layout CSS starts here. And this hash is simply telling you that every content must have the color of this, font family of this. You know what font family is? That's the font style, font size of 32, and text align of center. That's why when you come here, everything is lined at the center. Can you see all the write-ups are at the center? Okay, so that is what is done there. Then this second one is telling me that the header, nav, section, article, and footer. You know all these places. If you get here, you have the word header, nav, section, article, and footer. You understand? It's telling you that all of them. These are you style something in you want to style something in CSS. If you want to style the various sections together, you have to put them together and separate them with commas. You understand? He's saying that you give all of them padding of what? 50 pixels. Then for only the header alone, you want the color to be this. That's why the color of this header is this color. Is that clear? This is what we call color coding. You understand? Even if you clean up this thing and like red, it will change to red. So it's either you use color coding or you use the actual color. Okay, let me experiment this now. If I clean up this color and just write red, I press and save, I get back now. It's now red. Can you see that? So you can actually use color coding or you use the normal color. So I'm gonna put it back to color coding because that's more professional way of doing it. You understand? With red, you can only have one red. But if you use color coding, you can have red that is almost like red, almost, you understand? You can tweak the color. That's why it's usually use color coding. For number, this is the color. Is that clear? For the section, this is the color. For the article, these are the color and these are the margins. For the footer, these are the color and these are the paddings. Are we clear on this now? Do we understand this code now? Class, do you understand this code? Okay, so I'm going to clean up this again so that it doesn't interfere with my stuff. So I'm going to open up this. So class, please quickly type down this now so that we can continue. Then if you have any questions and concerns, let me get your question. But let's quickly create a new file. Call it what? Layout.html. That's the name, layout.html, and type in this. This is the reference to the CSS, the title, and then the rest of the thing. So I want what you type, I want it to be particular to you. You understand? Don't type Tclassified. So do it as if you're developing your own website. So type out your own stuff so that we can continue with this, okay? So I'm gonna scroll this for my digital audience so that they can see it very well. So if you're recording or you're on our YouTube channel or Facebook, please, I'm gonna scroll this so that you can see it, because I'll sign off so that this video doesn't get too big. So please snap this with your phone if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, so that you can finish up the code. Then when you get to, okay, you guys want to snap as well, snap. But I will also open it down for you. But I'm telling digital audience to snap it so that when I log off, because I want to allow you guys to finish up this before we can continue. So layout is very, very important. You know why this is important? In preparing for our hackathon coming up on 24th, the website that is going to be consuming our machine learning is going to be built on HTML and CSS. We don't want to use WordPress or all those things. You understand? Basic HTML and CSS. And that's why we are learning all this from scratch. Get to know every element of your HTML and CSS. So I will scroll down again. So if you've not gotten the down part, snap the down part. Okay. So having snapped this up and down, then when you go to your style.css, this is the initial style that I had yesterday for Hedge 1 and Hedge 2 and Hedge 3. So try and have it. Then after that, I'm gonna scroll down. This is where the CSS for this thing started. So this is for every font on the layouts. This is for the padding for the header, nav, section, and article and footer. Then these are their various colors. Then this is the last part. Please, snap the last part. Okay, you can also snap the middle if you want. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to sign off. Remember, everything you want is in Christ Jesus. The easiest way to get into success is by being born again. See you when I see you. So write it out and get ready. All the codes that we are using, they're already on our website. This is our website, www.tclassified.com. Once you get to the website, click on blog. Once you click on blog, you'll be led into everything that we are teaching. So what we are working on is HTML extended. That's the latest aspect of HTML. HTML extended. This is the complete everything you need in HTML. This is what we learned yesterday. This is the quiz we answered yesterday. And all the codes that I just gave you today, you can see them, the nav bar, header, all of them, they are here. This is the CSS. You can copy from this website. You're not able to snap from what I just gave. Even the subsequent thing we're going to be learning, which is form. Once we log in back now, we are going to learn form. That's what we'll learn. Once we log in back, forms. So the forms we are going to do is already there. The codes are there. So check them out. Study them. See you when I see you. Love you.